No matter how you view it, city life is better than village life. Yes. Hi guys, this is Queen Anne Vlog, where I share my lifestyle, stories, and more. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Anne Akamere, aka Queen Anne. If this is your first time of watching me, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. For my returning viewers, you guys are great. Thank you for watching me. Today I'm going to talk about how I moved from village to the city after I lost my mother. But before that, I want to use this opportunity to say happy Val. In the spirit of Val, I want to say happy Val to all my viewers all over the world. Happy Val. This is the month of love. So back to the topic. Back to my story. So after my mother's death, I told you the last time, my last video, that after my mother's death, because I'm a child of 9 years and I'm the only girl, the last. So many people that my mother helped came around that they want to take me with them so that they can be able to help pay my mother for what she did for them. So after everything, my father consented to the sister, her sister, to take me with her. So her sister take me, though her house is close to my family house. So I used to see my father every day. I used to see my family every day. So my father's sister took me to her house. She's elderly. We used to call her Da. So I was staying with my Da. In my own dialect, we call her Da. So I was staying with my Da, and she decided to take me to her son in Lagos to stay with her. Meanwhile, her son has one of our sisters too that was staying with them. So when I went to Lagos, they changed my school, but I was going to evening school. So the one that is there before, she will go in the morning and come back. Me, I will go in the evening. But as I was living there, I don't like the life I'm living there, because in my house, when I was staying with my mother, they don't used to beat me. Even if they beat us, it's just small, they used to beat us. But in that place, any little mistake, they will flog me, and became tired of staying there. I think I just stayed there for 2 or 3 months. Then I told them that I don't want to stay again. They should take me back to the village. So they took me back to the village, and when I reached village, the woman insisted that I will stay with her. My dad, she insisted that I will stay with her, and she wants to take care of me. At least that is how she can be able to tell my mother thank you for everything that my mother have done for her. So I started staying with her. As I was staying with her, sometimes she would travel to Lagos. Only me would stay, though the housing within my family house. Only me would stay. After school, I will come back. I will go to farm work. I will come back. And that is how I was living my life. I finished my primary 6. I entered JS1. And all this while is my father that is paying my school fees, because he's buoyant enough to pay for it. So when she would travel to Lagos, so sometimes my mother younger sister, she's staying in the city. When she comes back to the village, because my mother and my father is the same village, we came from the same village. So when she will come to see her mother, she will see me the way I'm doing in the village. She will be telling me that she don't like the way she's doing. I'm staying in the village. She don't like the way I'm being cared for. That she's going to take me to the city where I will live with her. So she went and tell my father, and my father agreed that I should follow her to the city. So when I'm about leaving, my dad was not happy that I'm leaving because she's already used to me, and I'm also helping her small small. As an old woman, I'm helping her small small to do her house chores, and she's also training me. She's so good to me, and me too. I'm happy that I'm living to the city because you can't compare, no matter how you view it, you can't compare city life with village life. So my mother's sister took me to the city, Onitsha, where she's staying. So that is where I live with her. So when I get to Onitsha, as a village girl, it's not easy for me to acclimatize. Moreover, that my mother's sister, all her children are grown. Even her last born is my senior. I think he's senior me with 3 years. So I'm not going there to do a work of maid. I'm just going there for her to take care of me. So as I was staying with them, if I do any little thing, they will spark me and they will tell me that they are going to take me back to the village. So I will be crying and crying and telling them I don't want to go to the village, I don't want to go back. I never knew that they are just using that, to make fun of me. So I'll be telling them, no, I don't want to go back to the village. I'll be crying. They will say, you are taking me back to the village. I'll be crying, saying, no, please, I don't want to go to the village. So after everything, if I'm crying and saying, then the husband to that my mother's sister will come and say, why are you crying? I say that auntie said that they are going to take me back to the village. She will say that he will tell me that clean your eyes, that we are not taking you to the village, that you are staying here with us. So that is how I stay with them. They started teaching me how to do housework, how to wash plates, how to clean the house, how to take care of myself as a woman. Then that is how I was staying with them. But in the place we are staying in a public house. We are staying in a public yard that time. There is plenty children. You will see your mates, you see the people that senior you, and you see the people that you senior. So the people that is my mates, I'm following them. A village girl, if I'm asking, they will be laughing at you. You that they just come out from the village. So that is how I was staying, and any small thing, I will start crying, and they started singing for me. So when they started singing for me, if I'm crying, they will gather and be singing, cry baby, cry baby, cry baby, onye bụ ya, chukwu jekwu, cry baby, oge ọbụla crying, oge ọbụla crying. That is a Igbo song. So because of that song, I now reduce the way I used to cry, because any small thing I will cry, Even when somebody talk hard on me, I will cry, because the way they were bringing us up, they pampered us so much that even at 9 years, I cannot wash plates very well because we have so many people helping out. So as they are singing that is how I now notice that, man, I'm in another world, I'm in another environment. I have to buckle up and face this city life and be good to myself. That is how I reduce the cry that I used to cry. And it now become clearer to me that I have to face my life. So I came during the third term period for Nigerian schooling system. Then I finished my JS3 because I stayed with that my dad for three years. I did my primary six with her. I entered secondary school. I did my JS1, JS2, then JS2 third term. After the vacation, that's when I left to Onitsha. So they were looking for new school for me and went to government school. So in the process of looking for the school, I have to go to the village to go and be collecting some things, transfer certificates from my former school and other things, all the requirements. And that is how I'll be going to the village and coming back. Though from our village to the city is not far, it's like 1 hour journey. So I will go and come back, and they were processing my school for me. And finally, I got admission into the city school. When I got admission to that school, I supposed to be in JS3. That is where they write junior WAEC, West African Examination Council. That is the junior one. So I supposed to be in JS3. They now told my guardians that they are not going to admit me in JS3, that I'm going to start all over JS2, that I will repeat JS2. So that is how I started my journey living there, and started from JS2 and continue my education while I was living with them. But when I was living with them, I learned so many things. They take good care of me. They weren't wicked with me. They really take care of me as if I'm one of their own. And they did all their possible best to make me to be a good child that I am today. So that is how I moved to the city, and I was living city life. You're watching television and they're watching videos and all that. So I'm watching video and all that. So for now, that is where I will end my today's story. I will continue next time. Then if this is your first time of watching me, please, I beg you, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click at the subscription button. And if you are a returning subscriber, I say thank you for watching me. Please stay tuned, don't go away, because I have a lot of stories to tell you about my life till today. Thank you, and stay tuned for the next episode. Thank you.